itch, bro.
Yeah,
No.
you need lotion, yo. You dirty. Anyway,
We all need it.
What happens? This
Yeah,
time is that time of year, bro. You know what?
Yeah.
You're actually all year round. Shut your mouth.
your mama.
That's majority of black people.
Right?
Actually,
What? No.
yeah, majority of black people.
Listen,
Yes,
I keep the cocoa butter on deck, all right?
you can keep it, but it's not gonna keep
For
you
real.
from being ashy.
All right, whatever.
That's
Is this how we're starting right
That's
now?
how we starting right now.
shit talkers. You ashy, nigga.
Damn. Yo, it's me the hot lights super hot today.
What is happening with you guys? How you been, man? How's everything been since
Everything
last
been-
time we talked?
Matter of fact, how's your dancing, bro? I see you on Instagram
I'm
dancing.
I'm always dancing. I'm a happy person. You gotta be happy. You can't get caught up in other people's BS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be your own floating piece of
It was
shit.
funny too.
Yo, your Instagrams is one of my favorite now. I'm not even gonna lie.
I just do it just because I just need to be. I just feel as though I just need to be me all the time, and that just makes me become more myself every time because I'm showing people who I am, and they have to take it or leave it.
Yeah, I was gonna post up that one with you with the bongo.
No.
Right? I was gonna post it, but I was like, nah, I don't want him to be
I didn't
like,
even
yo, are you trying to play me?
No. I don't. When people repost stuff and it's of me doing some stupid shit, I think it's funny.
Oh,
I did
okay.
it. I didn't record it. Somebody else recorded it and sent it to me. So when they sent it to me, I was like, oh shit, and I just posted it.
That's hilarious, yo.
Yeah.
I think the best one, like, did you even know you were being recorded? It was just like in the moment they recorded
It
it.
was in the moment, and then I saw him, and then I just started doing, and then I just kept doing it.
Turn up the mics.
Damn,
Again,
we
I'm
loud
getting
as it is.
complaints. You know what I mean?
It's too loud.
Now that we weren't loud enough.
Oh.
They want us
Yeah, they
louder.
want to speak a little deeper into the
Well, is it the Facebook or
Hey,
the YouTube
yeah.
that constantly does that?
Huh?
Can you
Is
hear
that
me
the
now?
Facebook or the YouTube?
Yeah, yo, your mic was on the highest thing.
Oh, I don't know what to say then. If you can't hear us,
Turn your
what else?
TV. Turn whatever you got. Your computer. Put your headphones in. Do song. We
Word.
trying to work with you.
Let me see what this says.
Yo, you have any big projects coming up?
I actually do.
Can you
I
talk
just,
about it?
I can.
Okay.
I just myself personally. I'm working on a few beat packages. Send out to a few local artists. I got an EP that I'm just starting to work on for myself. Like recently, just started. Like I'm starting to put together different beats, instrumentals. Trying to find out who I want to be on the EP or whatever. It's gonna be a long winter. I can say that for sure. What the summer is gonna be, I think it's gonna be very bright. Well, in New Jersey, we don't know. We don't know. It could snow in July before we know. It's supposed to snow Thursday, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please though, I hate snow.
But I've been working on a lot of different things, like just collabing with people, local industry. I'm trying to find out where I fit in as a producer. Well, I feel as though I fit in anywhere, but you know, some people like to categorize people. So,
Right. Nice, man.
So, when are you gonna feature us?
Right, we trying to get this.
You can rap, I don't
soundtrack.
rap, but
Nah, I
damn
never
music
said
video,
that.
bro.
No, don't listen.
Yeah.
nah, I would.
I'll mumble the shit out of something. Though. Like I'm real nice.
I try to make everybody useful when they're around. If they're around me, if they want to be used as an asset to something, I try to help them. For example, you might not rap, but I could have you as a skit. I use you guys' vocals as a skit on the EP. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
As an intro or outro, or you just, you know, the shit talkers. Y'all just on there just talking shit.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
talk-
Right?
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot that you can do. I could do skits before music videos and have you guys in it. It's so much you could do, and
So
that's
you,
it.
you try to get the most out of your like anybody that comes in.
Anybody that's around me, that I feel as though is a friend to me. I treat everybody like my friend. I treat everybody how I want to be treated, and I don't mind using people for to be in certain shit because at the end of the day, I'm helping somebody else down the line. Because at the end of the day, everybody knows that everything accumulates the money that you do. Say if a certain video or song is getting so much play and so much publicity and it's making all this, you know, market points, you just get money from it. Now you could split it between me, you, you.
Right.
You probably forget about it. Next thing you know, you get a check in the mail. You're like, oh, where's this from? Oh, I forgot about this because you put yourself in so many places. You might not think I'm gonna be in a music video one day, and you just doing a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just those are the ways you can make assets for yourself. It don't matter what it is. But you gotta be around the right people. Some people would try to put you in the shadow and put your name out, but I'm not like that. I have to have everybody get they notoriety.
So has there ever been a time you just couldn't deal with a certain person?
Yeah, not really because I didn't like them. It's more so that they put themselves in a position for them not to be around.
Right.
You know, because other people would not be comfortable around them because some people do fucked up shit. Everybody don't do fucked up shit. But majority of people that I've been around, they don't like certain people around just because they do fucked up shit and he's just not a good person.
Right.
Those people, I don't have a problem with because they was taught different. They wasn't taught the way everybody else was. They don't know. It's not common sense. It's not common to them. You know what I'm saying? So I just let them live their life. If they want to fuck up, let them fuck up. They gonna learn down the line. Somebody gonna punch them in the shit or something. It's just not gonna come from me.
Right.
You know, I'm just gonna be able to cancel you out. I'm still gonna be friendly. I'm still gonna treat you how I would like to be treated because that's how I am. So
That's what's up.
I'm a
I
good
like it.
guy.
So other than music, like producer for music, like is there any other things that you like to do, like little things you like to do?
I love to draw. I like to make treatments for music videos for other people. I like to help people songwrite.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's still with music, but
That's one. Like, is there anything like sometimes because since it's your life music wise, like say you're stressed, have you ever like, do you have something to go away from to relax, reset, go back into?
My day job actually, I am a preschool teacher.
Okay.
So when it comes to kids, I have
yeah.
to I like being around them to help them.
Those
because
kids look like teddy bears around you, don't you? They're like
they like little. You ever remember the game Pinkman?
Yeah.
yeah.
They like that. They all them like that around me. It's like for
Dude,
me,
I see you as a preschool
Bro,
teacher.
they don't pass his kneecap.
They don't. They really don't. It's enthusiastic to me because every time I walk in there, it's like, you know, they have so much energy and they see me.
Yeah.
And they don't. My name is Moody as a producer, but they call me Mr. Mario, my first name. So they say, Mr. Mario, oh my God, Mr. Mario, he's here. And all the kids are run. They just grab my leg. And, you know, I try to walk, but I can't. So it's like, and then just that right there is like so relaxing for me. Even though that kids, you know, kids will be kids. But
Hold up. Say your first name again.
Mario. Not Mario. It's Mario.
Mario?
Mario.
M.A.?
M-A-O.
Okay.
No, it's a black.
No, it's
black
okay.
name.
It's okay.
You know, they changed.
No, I saw Key that episode with like the Aaron. I get it.
Aaron. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. My mom just, but she don't even call me my first name, so they call me JR.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but it's just being around them kids has helped me, you know, relax my mind, get my mind off of regular things of life because them growing up and them teaching them like good from bad, how to treat people growing up. Normally they don't get that in their home.
Yeah.
To me, giving that out is like one of the biggest things I could do ever in my life. Giving back to a community after being taught, you know, the right things to do in life, how to treat people, how to act around certain people, how to just be respectful. I'm giving that to the students, and they're only 3, so they're growing up to learn different things.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing for me. And then I do a lot of things. I help my father with, you know, different things. He's a firefighter. He was in FBI. He did a whole lot of stuff. So I'm helping stuff with him. I'm assistant treasurer for the NAACP with my dad.
Okay.
So I'm doing a lot. I'm always doing something.
God damn, it's like he's
You're
like the
making me-
onion.
he's
And you
making
just
me
keep
feel
pulling
lazy.
layers off. And you're like,
Yeah,
what
it's like-
in the fuck is happening
Making me
back
feel
here?
lazy.
It's literally like I'm the real BMW.
Yo,
like
dude.
the black. I'm the real black
So
man
wait,
working.
you're the treasurer for the NAACP?
No, I'm assistant.
You're
I help
assistant
my
treasurer.
dad is the treasurer, but I'm assistant to him. So it's like I'm literally
that like?
everywhere.
Like-
It's when I do certain things like that, it brings me to going back to college because so much.
Right.
I don't really want to do math and
Correct.
stuff like that, but I know down the line it helps me. It builds a long rap sheet for me. Like now I got a receipt, a Foot Locker receipt, and there's a whole bunch of just a list of things, and that's good. I feel as though that is good for me down the long run, and then I know I can put other people in better positions because it's not about me. I never thought about me. I was always empathetic. I want to put people in better positions, not for themselves, but the people they want to do better for. So that's why I do a lot of things I do.
I like it. The only way I can guess for personal, I guess not. What's the word? And the only thing I can find similar in myself with it is when we used to train with jiu-jitsu. I would always help you guys or tell people what to do to get me. Mm-hmm. It's just not only are you helping others, but you're helping yourself in the sense of at least now you're making this your clique expand more. Now they're benefiting. Now, so it's not only you at the top. Now you have more mountaintops, and you're all able to enjoy the view from once you guys are comfortable or where you guys want to be. Mind you, yes, there's always a climb that you want to do. Hopefully, for most people, but at least they're always learning. They're always trying to push that forward as well.
Exactly. I want them to always be. I always want them to benefit from anything they do, because some people go out their life and just do stuff and just do it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, but why not benefit from whatever you do? Right. You know what I'm saying? Just make yourself a better asset to everybody around you.
Correct.
Why not? Because if you're not being an asset to everybody else and to yourself, then what are you doing around people? Like, it's just like you're almost just wasting time. Time's just going by.
Correct.
You know, so it's like, I think everybody need to be an asset to each other and to themselves. They have to find that path to make themselves an asset to everybody around them. Everybody, including themselves.
Yeah, man, what's your asset? Gotta talk about it.
My asset.
Let's go right now.
This your asset right now?
My asset.
Right? This podcast right here?
It's the asset. Dog.
Because
what do you mean?
I think it's an asset for you guys because you give certain people voices who feel as though they don't have it. Exactly. They don't have one.
That's what we do here at the Shit Talkers.
See, like for me, like the way at least I learned to finally break out the mold of, I guess, society in the sense was, I was being the middle child. I always had to hold my tongue. Like just
I'm like you.
You had the older brother beating you down. You try to pick on the little brother. Right? That's why he's quiet right now. He doesn't feel the connection that's going on. No, but yeah, it was like one way or another. It's
Fuck you.
It's either you had the people who are bigger than you pushing you down. The little ones, if you try to push them down, they run to the bigger one. They get that. If not, they run to the parents. You're like, all right, you know what? Let me just do this. So you bite your tongue, and then finally you get to the point, or at least for me, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm just me. That's it. Like it's just me, and I have fun with it. I do have fun with it. So sometimes if you're on the show, I kind of push it a little too far, but I'm like, how far can I push? How far can I do?
After a while, I stopped caring about how far I push it. Because people gonna like it or not. But when I tell people if they end up, feeling like I'm getting too far or taking things too far, tell me. I'm not gonna feel offended. Just tell me. I'm just telling you like, oh, okay.
See, I find it childish when people get offended and not tell you why they're offended. Like, have this conversation with me. Like, I'd enjoy it. If I push too far now, here's the reason why I said something like this. Because now we're...
Some people don't... One thing about middle child, people that... I think everyone who's a middle child, he wouldn't know anything about this. They have a lot of patience. A lot of patience because they get bullshit from every angle, Listen,
I don't know none of that. I know middle child need to get slapped sometimes.
That's a big brother mentality right there.
Okay.
The middle child have to deal with the older sibling, either be from the parents saying, I don't know where you get that from. I don't do it. Your older sisters don't do it. So then you get that, and then you gotta say, "Oh, look what you teach your little brother. Look what you teach your little sister." So you right in the middle of everything. And then the baby always ain't gonna get anything because like anything they do, they had to learn it from somebody else.
Right, and you get in trouble for it. So you
get in trouble for them doing something.
If you try telling the big brother beat you up for telling on him, and you still get in trouble for that.
What you mean?
What you mean?
What do you mean? I ain't doing
one thing. My siblings they wasn't seeing me with their hands. I wasn't, I'll beat their ass.
You see, it was like that.
But I was never the I never fought any of my siblings. They used to get into whatever. I just be on the side and just.
No, see,
I used to get in trouble just for watching them fight. I'm like, what you want me to do?
this what happened. This
If
is
they
why.
kill each other right now, guess what? I'm getting all the Christmas gifts.
So this what happened. This is supposedly when I was younger. My mom tells me, all my uncles tell me, like I used to pick on my older brother when I was younger. Like I beat him up.
Older brother,
Right? And so what happened when I can't remember anything before this point. We had a little boxing match. We made a fake belt. We had like a legitimate belt. We put some construction paper on it. We made it look like a WWE belt or WWF belt at the time, right? And apparently I beat his ass. Probably I remember that last time I beat his ass. And my cousins were making fun of him, jumping around, just laughing at his ass. And I'm just parading around with the belt, playing around. And just so happens, me not paying attention, there was the bunk bed, the closet, and a wall. Got me in the corner of the closet and the wall. Apparently, actually before that, he just drops his glove. So all I hear is, thoop. I'm like, what the hell is that? I turn around, I see him, bang, just beat me down. But before that, I don't remember anything else.
Beat you senseless.
After that, I was like, I can't fight back.
Honestly, it sounds like you deserve that ass whooping.
Yeah.
Coming from a big brother, he would say that.
Right? Why?
I just feel like
If
you deserved it.
Why? Because he lost?
If my little
you had to
brother-
learn the lesson because you can't beat the big one.
Why not?
Okay, because that would change the dynamic of the house.
But that's the thing. Apparently, I bullied him before that.
It's okay. You guys get slapped.
You know what's crazy? I understand it. It do change the dynamics of the house almost. Well, not entirely. Simply because now he'd have to walk around knowing,
Know it.
like, all right,
Yeah.
he could possibly beat my ass.
Yeah.
Nah,
Now-
he can't have this
Now
thought in his
the
head
little,
at all.
now the big brother gotta go take up some type of crazy
'Cause I
ass
did-
fighting
Right? But
techniques.
he
'Cause
keeps shouting me,
I
bro. I
didn't-
got jumped by my own brother in the house.
I didn't fight my brother, but my little brother tried to fight me.
Okay.
So he came swinging. I'm looking at him. Just he hit me one time, and I guess he got so hype about that. I even put my hands on him. I yoked him up with his own hands.
Oh.
So after that, if I would have let him just get off his hits and I would have got my ass whooped, he would have felt as though he could treat me any type of way, talk to me any type of way.
I hear
And
you.
we not having that.
I hear you, man.
I was a middle child though,
hear
so
you.
but
I hear you though, but here, check this out. You gotta learn your place.
It's-
Okay,
you really do.
It's a food
Yeah.
chain thing, okay?
But now,
But now when you get older, when you
where's my older
illegal,
brother at right now?
I'm plumbing.
No, that's your brother. Where you at, Jay?
Oh, where's he at now? What you want to know?
My older brother.
It doesn't count when
I'm
you
kidding.
become adults. When you become adults, you can't. It's not a.
it do.
It doesn't account.
It do.
anymore.
It becomes competition now.
Oh, it's different. Yeah, but now it's a competition.
I'm in
thing
competition
about
with all my
who-
siblings.
But it doesn't count about the fighting thing because
It-
you guys
it-
don't live in the same house.
We do live in the same house.
See,
All three siblings.
who got most of the say?
It do.
Whoever the one who got the whoever's the one that could beat people up.
Now we're just pushing it to
You
our
do.
kids.
Now I just ignore them.
Are you in competition with your siblings?
I just ignore
I'm
them.
not in competition with my siblings.
I'm talking about I'm in competition with them to be a better person.
I mean, there were all the
Like,
jobs you got.
Like
yo.
I helped this
You
lady
might
cross the
be-
street
not,
today.
Not even like that. Like I try to put everybody around me. I try to put on game about certain things that they might not know.
Right.
Some people don't want to listen. I have one of those siblings who my little brother just don't want to listen to anything. He want to do shit his way. And when shit get fucked up, you ask him.
Isn't that the little brother mentality though? Like, they
But
always-
I'm a little brother to some, and I don't have that mentality.
well.
Well,
I mean,
you're a
the
little brother and a big
youngest-
brother.
the
Remember, there's a
youngest
difference with the
brother.
middle child.
The
Yeah.
youngest one always wants to do things their way. You know?
True.
They want to go against the herd, whatever.
The grain.
The grain.
You go against the herd, you get stomped on.
Well,
Trampled.
yeah, I go against
Or
the herd.
you saw
I guess.
Lion King. Mufasa got killed, bro. I watched that
Jesus.
recently too.
Did you?
Yeah, the backstory, like the actual story of it, is probably one of the worst. Like if you really think about it.
No, I don't know that.
So you talking about that was a typical black man in the hood movie.
This is why then. Like, if you really
Mufasa
think
was
about
a
it.
black father.
I'm not. This is where people really don't realize it.
Who died
Nala
For his
is
punk
his
ass
sister.
brother.
It's Simba's sister.
It's not technically a sister.
It is.
It was cousins.
No, they were sisters.
It was cousins.
It was brother and sister. They were half brothers because what happens is, Mufasa being the pride, the pack leader or the main line of the pride. All those female lines you saw throughout the movie were his pride. So he mated with all of them. So Nala and him were related.
But they was brother sister cousins.
Yeah.
Because you don't remember
Sister cousins.
the mom of Simba was the sister of Nala's mom. Pay attention when
They were the sisters too, yeah.
And pay attention when they was cleaning the cubs. He was
No, wouldn't they just be the same pride? They're in the same pride.
Are fucking up this movie,
Bro, what do you mean?
look.
Animal Kingdom,
Let me
bro.
tell you something. They fucked it up when they put this shit in there.
Right? For real.
You think we not gonna watch it more than once? They fucked it up when they made
Like-
VHS.
Word.
They could have just kept it in theaters, and then that's it. We see it once, and that's it.
That would have been good.
But they want to let us watch it a million times.
Yo, do you see how many subliminal stuff was in that damn?
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh well, all of Disney's
people
stuff.
at Disney.
I need that job, bro.
It's subliminals in everything, so it's not even just Disney. It's everything.
Like what else?
Everything. TV, commercials.
Illuminati, bro. Yeah.
You believe in Illuminati?
This is what I say. Check this out. Ready?
Oh,
You grab dirt,
you believe in
drop it in a pile, right?
Uh-huh.
Triangle. Illuminati rules the world, no matter what.
You believe in that?
Don't believe in what Illuminati?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the name of it, but I believe in some.
You think there's a mass
But
figure that's governing?
it
the
is
world?
it's definitely a mass figure though. It's told by us. Like they tell us. Think about America not even owning their own money.
Word. Well, almost the whole world doesn't own money.
No. Don't say almost the whole world because some people do.
This is the thing. The world
America
itself.
don't own the money.
I know who owns money.
No, it's the
Anybody?
Federal
Japan.
Reserve.
Dubai.
Japan own their own money.
I know Dubai own their money.
But they still owe money on that.
What?
There's not 100% profit on it.
What?
The
Dubai?
every country in the world so far.
Dubai.
What happens is this is how it goes. The federal bank literally. This is what the federal bank has done.
They about to cancel your
They
show.
they're gonna come in, right?
Gotta go.
No, what happens is for every dollar they print, there's an interest on it,
Mhm.
mind you. So say the Federal Reserve prints $100, right? So you have $100 bills. Now on that $100, you owe them $150 back. So now, but there's only 100 printed. So once you have that 100, you give it back to them. You owe them $50 more. Like where's that 50 coming from? Guess who has to print it? Hence the Federal Reserve is pushing, and they're complete own deity separate from the United States or the world itself, which makes no sense at all. That's why if you notice,
the Federal Reserve has immunity.
basically, yeah.
It's basically because America is lazy on a lot of things. They try to be more business savvy than being smart. Like
It's not only that. You know, if you really think about
the only
it,
reason
like that.
the only
Like-
reason we borrow money because we can find the algorithm to make money where it can't be copied. Where it could be used as counterfeits.
I don't know nothing.
well, no,
about
that's
that,
when
yo.
you go to the counterfeit. But I'm saying, like, as in borrowing money, on its own. It's really dumb. This is why a lot of people, a lot of wealthy people, don't have credit.
Why is the bill that the money we use, why is it actually worth something?
It truly isn't. This is what we've put into place. Like the true.
Now you see, because America wanted to be more business savvy than using their own brain. Like, if it really doesn't mean anything, why would you not invest in yourself to make your own bill where you don't have to be in debt?
Well, with that, what happens is if you take out the bill, the dollar bill, right? Under that, or actually technically above that, would be gold standard. So that means we'd have to produce more of the gold. In America, we don't have as many of these gold mines as other countries do. So now if we go through the resources we have compared to Dubai, compared to what's it called, Iraq, they have other goods that they can either trade for or not, such as.
So we don't have any tradable goods.
So
not
that's why
we do, but not really.
That's why I said we became more business savvy than actually coming up with our own solution to help ourselves. We went to get help. But when you normally go get help, if you go get your taxes done by somebody else, you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
still, you have to go be more business savvy. You got to go make deals with other people versus using what you have and what nobody else have.
But that's the thing. Like, even America, we're not number one in
We
anything.
we number one in diversity.
That's not true.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. If you look at other countries, they're more diverse than us, and they're not as split as we are either.
What countries?
There's even cultural. There's still a form of segregation of it.
It's not. Let me tell you why. Because in this country, you can be any religion you want. You might be treated some type of way. Not even talking about treatment, but you could be anything you actually physically want. We have a lot to offer. That is not, that we can't actually, we can't actually grab.
Yeah.
So
Like
if we go through the most multicultural cities in the world, right? There's Amsterdam, there's London, there's Los Angeles. It comes in third, then Paris, New York City, San Francisco, Sao Paulo, in Brazil. There's Singapore. So there's Sydney. So these countries, America so far has 3 in the top 10. Toronto.
So how about you put most religions in
But that's multicultural. It's still the cultural, the way they grow up. If you notice, a lot of
no.
a lot of Romans came in through the Roman Catholic religion. So, Christianity came with along the lines with it. There's Muslims for the Iranians, Iranians. I don't even want to say that. What is it? There's a lot of Muslims in Africa, right? And there's also Christianity, Catholicism, also in Africa. In a whole, we might have 4, 5 major cities in the States that is multicultural and accepting of it. Other than that, it's.
But I'm saying, like, in certain. We have the most depth of it. We have the depth of you being able to do and be whatever you want in America. Like
we have the idea of it, yes.
No. We actually have the physical. You can actually do it. Simply like certain countries. I think, was it Haiti? Haiti just allowed. No. Is it Haiti? It was some country. They just allowed women to start driving.
That was that Pac? No.
It was, you know what I'm saying? In certain things,
somewhere
in certain places where you can't, we have gender wise, race wise, we have more access than
I think it was Saudi. Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it was Saudi.
We have more access to a lot of things, as in versus like who you are. It can happen. Some people you might not be able to get past certain people.
I would say we do in the 5 major cities we have. Past that, everyone is really closed-minded. They're friendly, but closed-minded.
Closed-minded is not necessarily America's fault when it's in front of your face.
Right.
But when in other countries they say you're not allowed to do this, versus here you're allowed to.
These just could be. People could say whatever they want about it.
People could come here and before number 45. I don't know his name. Donald Trump. His name. Before him, his little rant he going on about immigrants. They used to come here and actually live a better life than they lived over there, simply because the asset was I could actually make a living here off a dream that I had. Where in other countries, that is a rare case.
Well, okay, now here's the thing. Here's one thing a lot of people don't realize. More people were deported during Obama's administration than Bush's administration.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So there was more through that. So the idea of being able to do it in America, yes, it's the greatest in my opinion. It really is. Like, my family was able to better themselves off, and I'm bettering myself off, and my kids now don't have to go through the struggle that I went through. But in a whole, once again, in a whole, America's not as.
Now take a backtrack from now. Let's go back to what I originally stated. We went across water to do our own business. What I just stated about people who come to America and make their life that much greater.
Mm-hmm.
you can use that as a real asset because that is dealing with people's lifestyle,
Correct.
living like you doing better to make your family. You know, that's an asset. That's to me that is more of an asset than gold.
It could, as in life experiences, yes.
No, not life experience is because gold. At the end of the day, I got a gold chain on right now. If I lose it, I'm like, oh man, I lost. But if you lose a life in your family, you can't go buy that back.
Well, now if you think about it, this is now how let's go for the Mexican culture, Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. A lot of people in America mourn death. A lot of people in not even many countries mourn death. The day is more of a celebration of death to those who have lived before them. In some parts of Africa, they will dig up the bones and celebrate with their ancestors, their grandfathers, their great grandfathers. So they would keep that on. They celebrate. They would take a whole day to wash the bones and clean them after digging them up. So in the sense of the way I feel we were taught is to mourn the death of our loved ones. But my reality is same way that my mom taught me, and I know my grandmother taught my mom, is if we were to pass, and this is what I would love to be able to push onto my child, is if we were to pass, don't mourn on my death. Smile on the times we had. That's all it is. Don't be sad. Don't be sad on it as it is.
I don't go to funerals either, yeah.
Right. My only problem, I've been to a couple of funerals in recent time too, and I've actually saw the people who've passed a week before they've passed, and they had the biggest smiles on their faces. And what bothered me is I seen a lot of these people at the funerals is they're sobbing, right? I'm like, but I know those people who are laying on that bed in that coffin would be the first, if they could, to get up, smack you, and say, "Stop crying for my passing. Smile on the times we had. Remember, I saw you just last week, and we were partying it up." That's how the type of people they were, and this is what I was instilled what was instilled in me is just smile on our times, don't mourn on it. Because what do you gain from mourning?
It's just stress, depression. That's all it really is. I watched my mom be depressed about my grandfather young. I seen it, and it was just she was just stressing. My grandmother they'll just be stressing over something they can't control.
Correct.
Versus, that's why I said we have something that a lot of countries don't have. We have a lot of accessibility. We have a lot of things such as what made America be so great, even outside, from inside, from the internet, just simply the internet. This was made like this. Bill Gates and like Instagram. These things that came from America. That's now people are making money on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. People couldn't do that from their own house, even if they being foolish all day. You know what I'm saying? These are things that in other countries wasn't accessible to. You can't get money and make your life and your family have a better living from you being foolish on a social media app.
Correct.
Those small things are assets that we can use. We can, if we wanted to, we could charge other countries for Instagram simply because it was made in America.
But now, in the sense of it being made in America and them charging, and it's a yes and no with that as well, because now they have their own internet in Japan, which is, I think they said 50 times faster than what we have in America. But yes, there are some restrictions on it. Now this is because of the government that how strict their government is.
I know how.
So for us, I would say the greatest thing we have is, yes, the access to information. Now we're learning more than what has ever been told in history to anyone, because now you're not able to form your own story, or as they said, the winners of war writes history every time. Now you can, at this point in our life, you can read the losing side. You can read the truth behind it, or interpret your own truth of it. With that is in the sense of, I guess, mass production of the social medias and what we're doing or we're able to do now. Once again, there's a select few who are above and beyond, who can make the money off Instagram. There's some people who want to. There's some people who are very talented, but they don't get seen. It's who you know, what you know, and things like that. And in the sense of talking about assets, is the way I see it is if I can provide something to someone, whether it's a smile on their face for the day or for one of the skills that I have, and they need a table and I built it, they asked me to. There's been multiple times where people ask me to build stuff and I've done it for free. Now, that doesn't mean I'll do it for everybody, but I'm like, all right, if you helped me out before, I'll help you out. I the whole paying it forward as the way I was taught once again. I try to pay everything forward as much as I can because I don't want anything in return. Like, my thing is, as you were saying, you lose that chain, it's whatever. You lost a couple hundred. Same thing with me. If money falls out my pocket, which has happened to me before, say I lose 100, 200, I'm like, all right, I'll make that back. I really can't. I'll make it back.
I gotta search the building.
I mean, you'll search a building, but
the more time you're stressing over that is time you could have used to make something else, to do something else with it.
Yeah, you might have to search that building. Everybody had to run their pockets.
Yeah. But after that, you still gotta go make it back, regardless.
I'm gonna probably make that back again, but I'm gonna need that and what?
Make it back. Yeah.
I lost.
Yeah.
But now, the way I see it, right, as an electrician, you can charge anywhere from $50 to $125 just for showing up. Changing an outlet, you add more. The way I see it, for me is I do not need that 200 I lost. Because in 2 hours that'll take me looking for that, I've already made 2 times of that.
All right, I'm gonna need $200.
Nah.
Since you mentioned it, I'm gonna need 200.
You need 200? Well, I gotta go make it first.
Okay, go make it.
But it's already spent, just to tell you. The wife will take it.
Successful call drops these days, yo. Can't help myself.
One of those days.
One of those days.
But
all right, so Mr.
Enough
Treasury and
enough of the
playing
bullshit.
with the
Let's get
kids.
to the shit talking.
Playing with the kids and all that other shit.
I ain't playing with no kids, huh? Can't have that no more. I'm teaching the kids.
So wait, okay.
Okay, I'm
my
sorry.
thing I was gonna bring up for that.
Let me rearrange that.
One
Teaching
thing.
the kids.
All right, you're teaching the kids. What do you feel about the teachers who do a fight club for the kids? I think there was one like a month ago who got caught for that.
I think it's time that we stop this bullshit and let these kids fight.
Sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, in my class, my kids are very aggressive. You know,
Yeah.
so you know they
Yes,
hit.
you let them fight.
I don't let them fight.
Ah, shit.
But what happens is I have 15 kids.
Quote.
Okay.
You can't watch all of them at one time. So someone's gonna get hit, and you're not gonna be able to react to stop it fast enough. Because in the preschool setup, it's like almost like a maze for the kids, so they know where to go and where not to. Like, okay, this is the reading section, that's the toy section, this is the block section.
So you're against kids fighting each other?
I'm not against it. I'm against you letting them pound each other.
So no ground and pound. You can stand up for 5 minutes.
No, I'm talking about ain't no.
We're trying to start the rules.
You can't.
Okay, if you don't realize what we're doing, we're trying to make the rules for these.
So you can't. My thing. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You can't establish the fight club, but if a punch is thrown, you might take the little circle pen, put it around them, no,
let everybody stand around.
Technically, when they fight, it's almost they in like a secluded area. But when they fight, it's simply I'll be over there. I'll be over by the art area.
I'm guessing with
the
other
kids painting.
Yeah.
But there's some kids that go to the block area, go to the house area, and they do stuff. And I had situations where they were fighting in the block area. Now the block area is all the way to the end of the class. So our area,
so they already knew what time it was gonna be.
They're repping the block, right?
So sometimes they know because kids manipulate.
So
and
they know when to fight.
You know how kids manipulate. And I had 3-year-old kids I'm teaching. They know I'm over here, so I'm not around. So what they do? They'll hit somebody, and they'll cause a whole fight. It happened, and I had to hop over, obstacles to get to them to break them up because they are little kids,
right.
and
So the rules are right.
First hit wins.
The rules are
basically.
You
get about 3 hits.
Let's play a game. How many hits can you make before I get there?
Most hits win.
And yes, you're gonna invite some of the teachers over there, so you can put some bets on.
But my thing is, like,
stop this
at
bullshit.
least I noticed from my daughter in her daycare, it's always like 2, 3 kids.
Yeah.
It's always a certain.
That's real aggressive.
Yeah.
It is. It's very.
Right.
They jumping people?
Not
No,
jumping,
they're
but
not
like
jumping
they're
people,
always the first to be in it,
they
or
first to
either they
strike.
start it or they're in it.
I thought you meant like 3 kids jumping.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
like, what? In preschool?
I had one kid, and it's crazy. He's the smallest kid in the class.
Oh, Napoleon
But it's-
complex already. It started already. The
Right.
Napoleon complex started.
He's real small. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween. You know, Halloween. He was dressed as Captain America. So he was like, Mr. Mario, look, I'm Captain America. He had the fake muscles in his costume. Then he looked over to the kid. The kid didn't do anything wrong. So I promise you, he didn't do anything wrong. Just seen him. Said, just looked at him. Just, pow. I'm like,
Y'all just
Now,
snuck a
mind
punch
you,
in?
I was in shock because I didn't expect it. I
Yeah.
just seen it like, and I'm like, yo, why he just do that? And the little kid the kid next to him who got hit, look at me just like, you about to say anything? Like, that's the scene I seen on
Yeah.
face. Like, you're not about to do shit about this. Huh? I'm like, oh. And then he just started crying. And I looked at the other boy who hit him, and he just looking at me like what?
I told
Like,
you,
what?
Captain.
Are you going to get me in trouble? Am I going to get in trouble? I'm just going to, I'm
He
good.
was
I'm
like,
in the
dude, I
clear.
told you I was Captain America. I ain't got time.
Well, my thing
I
is-
seen a
The other
bad
kid was
guy.
different.
Wait, what was he dressed at?
The other kid was dressed up as a firefighter. That's what fucked.
Oh.
I'm like, you hitting community
that's
workers.
fucked
You know
up,
what
yo.
though? You know what? Captain America was banished by all of New York or the states. He became a refugee now. So Captain America had to do
Didn't
it.
Captain America become like?
He didn't get cleared, bro. He still
No, didn't he become like
was a
the
super
Nazi
soldier.
or something like that?
no.
He was a super soldier.
No, isn't it a new comic book he became like a Nazi?
Oh no, you're talking about the new comic books that are coming out.
Anyway, whatever. I think
That's probably the story of instead of Captain America, because Captain America did have German scientists work on him.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be the story of it was the Nazi. Scientists helped them.
So we trying to get these children fight clubs going.
All right, so basically,
Word.
the rule.
My-
My rule is
My daughter is 4 years old, 45 pounds right now, and as strong as
If you had your kid, right, and your kid had a fight in school, would you? And they
I'm
won.
beating his ass.
You gonna
I'm beating their ass. If they won, lost, I'm not beating their ass. I'm spanking them. Okay, let me get the words right. I'm spanking them simply because I sent you to school to fucking learn.
Okay, what if they were not the one who started it? But how would you know?
I said, you better look. Let me tell you something. In this household, you was able to snitch at the age of 3. It's an age limit to snitching. When you get 8, you gotta stop.
Well,
'Cause after that,
So, okay,
after
so-
that, you really could go out here and get your ass whooped.
So until 8 is snitch, don't hit. After 8 is throw down.
After 8, you gotta defend yourself now.
Oh, I got you.
You know, because at that age, it's like, you that's where they learn to be the aggressor. A lot of times
Yeah.
because that's when they learn motor development and what they actually could do with their hands.
Okay.
Because a lot of them, they get hit,
What-
but they can't cut paper.
So this is the thing.
They know how to fight, but they can't write their own
Right,
their first
right,
letter
right.
in their name.
This is
Or
where
know their colors. That's bad.
this is
Alright,
where him
thank
and
you.
I kind of messed up because at age of 3, and I know around that
Somebody
same time,
teach my daughter how to
I
fight.
taught my daughter how to throw combos already.
Hell
She
yeah, my
she
daughter
catches
died.
me. I sometimes sit there watching some TV and she just punches me in the throat. I'm like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah, but like that, teaching them how to protect themselves, that's not a problem. Like
But she knows only to do it to me. Like I even tell her, don't hit mommy, hit me.
Exactly. You see, exactly. That's the difference. And the kids I deal with, they just hit people because when they don't get something their way, they hit.
Right.
Or if someone takes something from them, they feel as though they have to be aggressive and hit. At the age of 3, I'm not teaching. As a teacher, I'm not teaching them. Oh, that's as a teacher, I can't do that.
Got
So
you.
no
But
baby
as a
fights.
parent,
As
you're
a
like
parent-
you're prepared for them to be in fight club
Exactly.
just in case.
No baby fight clubs
Because
until they're
I was-
8 years old.
I
You
was
heard
taught-
him already. yo.
I had martial arts classes when I was younger and when I was older.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I knew not to hit people. One, because I know hitting people hurts. The shit hurts,
Yeah.
and you could really hurt somebody
Depends
bad.
who you at.
Exactly, and it actually depends on.
If you know how to
Who-
make a good fist, you know how to punch properly. It depends. You
Not-
can
not-
you can
not-
hit someone hard
See,
without hurting.
y'all trying to
yourself.
manipulate my
You know
words.
what I'm saying? It's okay, man. Don't worry about it.
you just gotta make sure. Like, I just feel as though as a teacher and as a parent, you gotta make sure they're going to school to learn at that age because that's a lot. That's when they pick up.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Because that's when they start to pick up their aggression. Because they do pick up their.
Listen, you definitely. That's just what I told us. Like, listen, you definitely there to learn. Like, focus. We talk about everything. We talk about what she's frustrated about in school and all that stuff. All right, but she also knows that if a motherfucker try her, right?
If somebody fuck with her,
right?
yeah.
There's a few things she knows that might end a child's existence. I'm just saying, like, whatever. All right.
I mean, I'm comfortable with teaching my kids to protect themselves, but knowing when to. That's the thing. That's the thing I'm trying to teach them. Like, if a kid hits you in this class, you tell. Now, if nothing happens after you tell them, and they hit you again, and then then it's
Right.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Because I ask some of my kids sometimes because some of them hit, and I'll be like, "Would you like it if he punched you in your face?" And they be like, "No." I'm like, "Why are you doing it?" And I said, "The next time you do it, I'm gonna let him punch you in your face." I really tell them that, and they're like, "No," because they just a lot of times mentally they don't realize what they're doing.
They don't realize there's repercussions.
Yeah, they think you just do whatever you want and nothing happens. Right. Because they used to just being with their parents.
I wait till they're 8 years old, then we start the ring. Don't worry about it, man. I get what you're saying. It's not good for development.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like at 3:00 I'm gonna see you. Nah, you can at preschool at 3:00 the mommy come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you walking home and it's.
You know what? We gotta talk to the parents.
What?
I tell them.
Like,
we
listen,
set up the ring with them. You
listen, my
participate.
daughter got a problem with your daughter. I think we should just set up this fight. Yo, what's good?
I don't know how far that could go with that one.
Don't worry, I talk to the parents. Don't worry. We'll get a little PTA meeting going or something like that.
Right.
It'll be all good, yeah.
I mean, you could start. I mean, you could start miniature jujitsus.
Oh,
Like
it's
a
already
little-
started, baby.
Bro, I got pictures of my daughter, like maybe a year old,
talking
throwing
about-
triangles on teddy
I'm talking
bears,
about-
arm bars.
I'm talking about extracurriculum activities for them to protect themselves.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'll be-
definitely.
It's classes.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, they're
We're
not
getting classes.
Yeah, we
They're-
got to change the name. Remember when we originally went with murder jutsu, but
Oh,
we got
you know,
changed to
yeah.
fluffy bunny
Right.
jitsu with machine guns. Now with machine guns. Yo, dude, what's going on with you on your Instagram? And why I don't get no invites to none of these damn functions?
What functions?
Any of these functions that you be going to? And
Well, all the functions I go to, it'd be last minute or is
And-
me. I'm out handling
No,
business.
we know that there's different layers of you, right?
Yeah.
You only promote the music stuff.
Well, on Instagram,
Yeah.
I promote anything that the thing about me. Some people ask me to promote stuff. I do promote it. I like promoting other people's shit. Just it don't matter who it is. Like I'm not subjective to who I should post or why I should post it. If I fuck with it, I'll post it. If I don't fuck with it, I'll probably still post it simply because I'm the type of guy I want everybody to win. They need to.
Wow. Well,
Everybody needs to win because
Okay.
if they
I
lose,
just went on Instagram real quick. I see that Captain America kid. He looked like he'll punch someone in the face.
okay, he's
you
just,
just seen him on
I just saw him
Instagram?
on his Instagram.
oh, when I put the video up with the little kids, yeah, them kids they crazy, man.
But it is fun, like, cause of when I used to help teach the kids jiu-jitsu class, the personalities you see there, it's
crazy.
you don't think of it until you see a bunch of kids in a
And they
room
say
and
the
you're like,
darnest things.
oh, they speak their mind.
The darnest. Like I had a 6-year-old. Was he 6? He was 6, 7, one of them. And he was like, well, he said, yeah, do you know about the guy Ninja that be on Twitch? I said, yeah. He said he died yesterday. I said he died yesterday. I said, you lying? Because they knew about like Fortnite and all that stuff because they played it. So I'm like, he died. He's like, yeah, he died from a ligma. I said, ligma what? I said, ligma what? I said, ligma, what's that? He said, ligma balls. I was in there like, oh man, who taught this kid this shit? So it's like
That was a good one though.
kids just come up with the craziest things, and it's like one of the kids in my class, you know, he autistic and he has ADHD, and I deal with him a lot. He just say the darndest thing. Like during snack time, he was like, yo, chill. He 3. I don't know where his vocabulary comes from. He's like, yo, chill. Be quiet, eat your snack. Like, it was just random. Like, he just stand up and just yell at everybody. He woke a kid up during nap time from sleeping and tell him, shh, be quiet, it's nap time. Go to sleep.
Was he snoring?
No, he just went to wake up the kid for no reason. But it's like kids really do the darndest thing.
Me and that kid would have to fight.
I don't know.
Have you woke him up from a nap?
Yeah, if I got woken up from a nap, I'm gonna let you meet me behind the bookshelf.
He call you like punk, or he call you like Moody or something. He call you like the weirdest shit. It's a funny kid though, because my dad had came in to do fire prevention. He was just saying the weirdest.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
What?
So you unload like mad layers, and then he was like, yeah, so you know, I mess with kids. Not like that.
Yeah.
I teach kids.
Yeah.
I gotta watch what I say. I teach kids or whatever. I'm like, your dad does fire prevention in what? FBI?
He was in the FBI, but that was a firefighter chief.
Never surround you now, bro. Never surround you right now.
Nah, you just gotta. Nah, I'm the helping guy. I ain't never gonna put nobody in a bad position. I can't do that,
bro. During the summer, I'm a FBI agent too.
Oh, okay.
The female body inspector.
My dad wanted me to be an FBI. I looked at him and said, I'm not. That's a professional snitch. I'm not doing that. I'm not out here to snitch.
Hey, word.
He tried to get me. I said, see, it's different for you. You was born in South Carolina, then you moved to Jersey. I was born, raised in Jersey, and I'm not snitching.
Exactly.
You could go back to South Carolina. I can't. Where I'm gonna go? I can't do that. I'm gonna lose all my friends. I'm not fucking with him no more. Moody, we FBI. Oh, he is.
Oh yeah, dude. Once you get that, yeah, I remember when one of my family members became CEO, and just the fact that he's CEO, we was just looking at him like.
You get looked at.
Like, you gotta like, all right, dogs. I'm not really sure.
Like, what can we do around you?
Like, yeah. Like, are you just trying to be CEO?
Like,
you trying to become a guy?
Like, what is your goals after this? Like, what are you trying to do?
My question is, like, are you a try-hard?
Are you trying hard? This is
it's just
your music career goes off. What's happening?
Is this
right
a
now?
hobby?
Is it just for like money in your pocket? Like, we want to know.
Yeah, I just
because some people do go too hard. I have a lot of friends that go too hard with their fucking job.
Yeah.
And some of them don't even have it's not even a real fucking job. Like, don't go too hard.
Word.
Like,
Walmart receipt checkers?
Yeah, don't go too fucking hard.
Oh, the receipt checkers, yo, I be bypassing them like a
right?
motherfucker.
You know what I hate?
I need to see.
Let's name some jobs.
Let's
name some jobs that people go too fucking hard at.
Definitely
like,
receipt checkers. Receipt checkers go way too hard.
You know what? The subway people, when they try to, like, when you ask for something, they're like, it's extra. I'm like, bro, I know it's extra. Just
give me my shit. Give me my. Tell me how much
I'll pay for it at the end. Don't tell me.
Or when you're in the subway and you see that one person jump over the rails, it's not your job to be freaking out back there, yo. It's just like,
word.
Keep going about your business.
You know what? Those
I mean, like,
you ever been on the light rail?
Huh?
The people on the light rail?
Yeah.
The cops. Like, I understand you don't want someone to get away with $2 of a ticket, but
you gotta come.
Like, don't go asking everybody.
Gotta maintain some type of order, so they're gonna come after you.
Yeah, like there's occasional teenage kid you're gonna charge them 50 something for not paying
listen,
$2.
Dogs, listen, them tickets count, dogs. New York's a big ass city.
No, right here in Hoboken.
Quota.
Hoboken, Jersey City. Yeah.
Just gotta make quota, baby.
Oh, nah, you getting caught there.
Yeah, you getting
Hoboken, Jersey City, you always gonna get caught.
Nah, because Jersey ain't really a train place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not really a train. Like, not like New York. New York got subways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got like a few railings. We let people rock on them.
You know what type of people I hate that work? I hate the people that, the sample people.
The samples?
First of all, you think I don't see you already standing there with samples? And they still try to offer you some shit.
I'm gonna try to explain those type of jobs. I know a lot of them can't leave.
I did those jobs.
Forget those sample guys. Well, I can forgive them. I can't forgive like the Verizon Fios people trying to sell you stuff right away.
Oh, inside the store,
T-Mobile. Files, Optimum. So what I have a rule, and I even told my wife this. Like, when they start talking to you, don't look at them. Look at their podium. What are they selling on there? They're like, oh, what phone carrier do you have? I'm like, T-Mobile.
That's walking. Exactly what I do.
I see it, Verizon. Files. I'm good.
I got the best solution. I was like, I just got it last week. Switch over to T-Mobile. I just switched to you guys last week. I have Verizon. I tell them a bullshit. I tell them a bullshit story.
Dude, do you know Walmart let them dudes walk up and down the aisles?
Yeah.
Yo, what kind of harassing shit is that? You over there trying to buy condoms and dudes want to talk to you about Verizon? You know what's going on here?
Talking about Walmart. There's this lady. You're not supposed to do it, but I guess they let it. The Walmart in Teterboro, she's always trying to preach to you about like some religious text or something.
There's a religious lady walking through Walmart?
My wife talked to her before.
That's
right?
like a plague.
And I look at it when I was in there, right? And I don't know why. Like they stopped coming to me for some reason because I look for it. I try every time I notice them, I smile waiting for them to talk to me. They walk away because I'm not a jerk, but I am an asshole.
Okay.
So I like to break down the things they tell you. I'm like, let's break it down a little bit. Like you're talking to me, let's have this conversation.
Trying to have a conversation.
You're not the only one, because when it comes to religion, my dad, like I said, my dad is a pastor, and I simply be saying stuff that just rubs him the wrong way sometimes.
Yeah. Right.
And he thinks it's gonna bother me, but it's not. It's not gonna bother me, because at the end of the day, like, I know sometimes you look at religious texts, I'm like, you guys contradict yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Like, so where are you actually, with this religious stuff? I asked my parents, I said, with this religious stuff, where are you actually going? Because I asked them, one time I asked them, I said, you guys is Christian, right? They said, what type of question was that? They asked me. I said, you guys Christian. So if we receive this text from the slave owners and we read it every day and try to put a belief in it, what are we, like, where are we going with this?
Right.
Of course, they still, the thing is, the source of the information, after you ask that question, it goes back to religion. So I just let people live. And
religion is blending.
Yeah, religion, I don't know. I don't know what to ever think about religion. I just let religion be.
Yeah. Yeah, for what?
Because some people just need it to have confidence in themselves.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
It's a blueprint, like I said. It's a way that you kind of have to allow yourself to be human.
You know what it is? Like for me, I don't mind the religious people. Is when you start telling me my way of thinking is wrong, that I start having a problem. I'm like, can you prove to me that it's wrong? You're giving me a book that was written and translated by a man.
But they need to save you.
Save me from what?
It don't matter. They need to
I don't need
save you.
saving, bro.
If
I need to be saved, I got a divorce. That's how. I love you, baby. She's probably not even watching.
What's another stupid ass thing? Meter maids. I got a ticket for literally being a minute over.
Ooh, Hoboken will get you like that too.
A minute over.
Meter maids, yeah. Oh, you know what?
The parking.
You know what I hate? No, this is what happened to me in my hometown. What happens is you're not allowed to park in the street from 2 to 6. Right? It's 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Right? I was leaving my house at 6. So what I do is I took my car out at 5:56. I turned it off, went back inside. I don't know why I turned it off. Just a moment, turn it off, go back. I should have left it on. I go in, come back out at 5:59. There's a ticket on there for 5:58. 2 minutes, bro. 2 minutes.
In Hoboken?
No, my hometown, Little Ferry. Bro, you're not allowed to park from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Them boys was searching.
2 minutes.
He was like, I'm about to go.
That's why it's good to be in the hood for a lot of shit, because they late to everything.
Yep.
Everything. The sweeper come late. Cops come late.
That sweeper coming late shit is kind of annoying though, because you're not sure when you could pull your car back around in that area.
But they had to be if you park there after the time and they late, they can't give you a ticket. I learned that they can't give you a ticket. If they do give you a ticket, and half the time when you go fight the tickets, they're not even gonna. If you go fight any ticket, a lot of times the officer who wrote you up is not even gonna be there.
Yeah.
100%, 99% of the time.
He gotta be doing something else.
Because they don't even know that they're going to court for it.
No.
They know, but they don't know.
It depends. See, in the hood, that's good. But if you go like the Palisades Interstate Parkway,
yeah,
they're there.
They're there.
They there with the time.
They
They
there.
there with the record and
They
everything.
got
You're
nothing to do.
I'm
So
like-
you ain't got nothing to do. You,
I'm like,
got-
bro,
you can't get away with shit.
I got
like
a couple
that.
speeding tickets on there, right? Wasn't even my fault, to be honest.
Wasn't your fault.
No,
you
no,
was
I
speeding.
had a car that couldn't go over 60. My blue Corolla, right? So I know for a fact I was not going over 60.
You know how fast you was going, boy? Not over 60.
He told me 77.
Wow.
I'm like, wait a minute. I just saw you come on the on-ramp, literally in front of me, and as I passed you, you told me I went 60. I went 77. I'm like, that's a lie. He's like, going 77. I got it. I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to go. Motherfucker had to spend $600 to get there and not get the points on my license.
Jeez.
That's annoying.
I remember I was speeding, and I was on the way to a basketball game for my little cousin. I was speeding or whatever. The cop didn't even pull me over. This is what I say about cops doing their jobs too fucking hard. This is what made it. He was driving behind me, drove on the side of me, turned his sirens on, rolled down the window, pointed his finger at my car to pull over. I'm only going 85 or something like that, right? I'm going 85 and like a 65.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's to me that's too much as a cop.
Yeah.
You can just get behind the car, turn your sirens on, and I pull over.
Yeah.
He pulled from behind me to the side, drove a little bit in front of me, rolled down his window, like I was on the what was that, the speed chase.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, pull over. And I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
you're doing
get
your fucking
behind.
job too fucking hard.
Oh, maybe he thought you
And then-
was trying to race.
Race who?
Oh, no.
I had a coworker like that. Actually, the cop.
And then he just told me, like, in front of me, he just told me to follow him. I had to follow him for him to give me a ticket.
I would have taken an exit right before.
Yep.
If he goes in front of you, I would have
But
taken that exit.
They got cameras in their car. They still my license plate.
But you would think it wasn't for you because he was right in front of you.
But he it was
all you
like,
gotta say.
he was
Like-
right there. Like, he was in my viewing. It was too much. It was so bad.
I'd have been like, oh, I thought you went right.
My cousin,
Right off
my
the
cousin,
ramp. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did take off on.
and I was on the parkway. So
Ah.
I would have got caught at the.
Oh yeah. Parkway, nah, it's over.
I would have got caught at the toll booth.
Yeah, it's over.
Easy pass, bro.
That's easier.
That's why I have easy pass.
I mean, that's so easy to get caught.
Not really.
They got the time.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. If
Like
he's
just
in front of
dumb
you,
Laser
and
plate.
shit,
if he's in
yeah.
front of you, you be like, you thought he was going further. It's not on your fault.
Well,
You thought he was pointing because he's saying he needs to go through, so you
Those
slow
And
down.
first of all, I'm in the Kia Sorrento. Where am I going? Where am I going? they catching me.
oh yeah, it's over.
No, you know, have you ever been on the turnpike like around like right before rush hour? How they on the bottleneck because they force the traffic to slow down. The cops. Had a coworker who was not friends with the cop, but the cop saw his car, liked his car, and he was just so happens to be in the like the front of that. When I tell you, the cop literally told him, and this is literally, I'm here, my coworker's in front of me, and then the cops were like two rows, like 2 cars ahead of him, but we're on the right side and they're just slowing it down. They notice his car. You know how sometimes they have the shoulder cars, cop cars. They come through, and what happens is he sees his car, tells him to come follow him. Motherfucker apparently was a car enthusiast, and sent my boy's Mustang to go flying. Boy, when he said that the cop was trying to keep up with him, when he hit 150 and the cop could not even be anywhere near him, after he slowed down, the cop was just like, you know what, you're good, just keep going.
So, some people, it's hard for me. I'm black, so they finding me.
Or he was white
Oh yeah,
too.
they get you.
They finding me.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
was
get you.
like-
They were like, I don't.
and
know.
I wasn't going nowhere. Like I said,
You
I
know
was
what?
in a Kia Sorrento.
I got it.
How
They
far
didn't give
was
a
I?
damn. That looks suspect. What's this?
You know
black
what it
guy
is?
doing in the Kia?
Nope, they don't even have a speedometer anymore. I think they have what's it called, a tone finder. They find your skin tone, like who's dark, who's dark.
At first, I thought you was really talking about a new
That's him
instrument
right
they was
there.
using.
He's like he's 2 shades over dark.
I got
All I'm saying is,
I'm actually-
if me and him was both driving, and right between the cop is definitely going to pull him over. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him I got Revigilado. I got the Uncle Ruckus. I was really born white, and then my skin turned black.
I mean, more people die like try hards at their job. Like I haven't been around.
Everybody, every job is some people that do their jobs way too.
You know what? Some bellhops. I'll be straight up honest.
Bellhops.
I've had a few bellhops like when you try to put your own luggage on the carts, motherfuckers like nah, I got it. They just do it. I'm like, bro, it's bags.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get a tip whether or not I do it myself or not. Just like let me do it. Like, he's like no, I got it.
Some TSA workers are a little bit extra.
They are.
Yeah, they be doing too much.
I feel like they want to be the one that finds the bomb.
Like they get a raise.
Yeah, they were like, I found the nuclear weapon that he was smuggling. Nah,
Right.
Nah, that's just deodorant, my boy. Let me get that back off you.
There's some misreads for lotion.
Yeah, like it's kind of ridiculous, and people still be smuggling drugs in and through that shit.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, you do a fucking horrible job.
God damn.
Trying to think what else is there.
That's right, brother. People gonna try.
You know what? I think they look cool, but they also try really hard. The sign spinners. Like,
yo, what the fuck
just
is
hold
that?
the sign.
Like,
Just hold the sign.
Like, who decided that I'm gonna put somebody in the corner, let them throw around a sign?
They look cool
right?
sometimes.
They flipping and shit with a sign in their hand, and that's gonna give publicity to my stuff. So honestly, I can't even see the sign.
Right.
He's moving it so fucking fast.
Or not only the signs, those inflatable flailing arms guys, whatever they are.
Oh, I didn't do that on purpose.
Right. But yeah, the inflatable tube man, right? I don't get the point of them.
No, fuck this.
That's it.
Sign spinners are. It's a stupid job.
No, facts, because you ever see the Statue of Liberty one is that one takes the cake, because the Statue of Liberty costumes be so fucking horrible.
Oh, when they got you that with who does that? Liberty taxes?
Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Mutual does that.
Liberty taxes too, I think.
Yeah,
anything Liberty do.
They put the damn person in the, and it'd be like, I don't know, 9 degrees outside, and these motherfuckers got a
and the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty.
Hail and smoke smacking them in the face, and they just looking stupid. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. And the Statue of Liberty be either overweight, underweight.
I know, yo.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, come on. Shit is just too
all
much.
sign jobs are dumb.
Yeah, all them shits is dumb.
all sign jobs are dumb. What is I think that's really it. No, yeah, that's it. Unless you're gonna count bus boys, but then that's it.
Bus boys are not. I don't think they're dumb.
No, I mean, I don't think they're dumb, but I think they try hard.
But they have to. That's a bus boy.
Yeah, they would have to.
What?
Yeah, because they have to like rush in and out.
I can't talk
and
shit
wipe
because
them.
I've never been a bus boy.
I've been a bus boy before.
I've been the waiter.
I've been a waiter before too.
Yeah.
I've been a bartender too.
Me too. I was a bartender.
Being a bartender, that's just fun.
Yeah,
I think it's
some
some bartenders. It's some bartenders that do too much too. It depends on who you are.
Here's the thing. I remember when I got my first bartending job in New York, right? And the guy, I don't know if he wanted to take money from me. I honestly don't even feel any type of way about it. I didn't even care. I didn't know what was going on, right? He just started flailing so fucking hard. If you know flailing, that's when you start taking the bottles and you start spinning them shits and doing all that stuff. He started going so hard in the paint, and he probably made like, I don't know, $40 that night. I was like, dude, I made 50. You over here doing all, and I was only there for like part time. Nah.
Some people do too much.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. Bartenders that flail, relax. Fucking relax, yo. It's not that serious.
Pour the fucking drink.
Pour the fucking drink.
I'm fucking thirsty.
I want a vodka and cranberry.
It's a fucking.
No, come on. Come the fuck on. That's
like if it's maybe a specialty restaurant type of deal, that's fine, cool, whatever.
Like hibachi,
yeah.
that's supposed to happen.
But yeah, because that's.
But if you go to the type of bar
performance
that
is part of the
yeah.
thing.
There's some bars that are like that, but if you're like
Don't fucking do that shit. A crack in the wall.
right?
Yeah.
For just
That's
too
where
much
you
shit.
usually see him at. There's always some bullshit crack in the wall place. This guy want to be a juggler and a fucking bartender at the same goddamn time.
They pour drinks like this.
I know all this nonsense.
like,
Yo, dude, you know the measurements. Just look.
Pour my shit, man.
There you
I wanna
go.
see all this.
Bro, I just make it as delicious as possible. Like,
Make
The
no
only
shit
time,
wrong.
the only time I
Yeah.
like it when they do that is when I tell them keep going, and they listen. Like if you're not gonna keep pouring the alcohol,
nah,
I'm
there's
like,
a way of
fuck off.
treating people when they start getting drunker. All right, there's two ways you as a former bartender, you probably know this. There's two kind of ways you want to treat things. Right, one, do I want them so drunk that they no longer paying me, or two, do I want to start diluting their drinks but keeping them drunk so they'll continue paying me?
Tell you right
It's
now,
like this
this is
dude.
what I do, and I'll be honest with you.
And then when you gotta also remember that it could all go south where they end up like fucked up.
See, this is what I do. If I was with like a group
I'm
of
like, keep a
friends,
tab.
Oh,
Is
you
it-
gonna
is-
open a
That's,
tab up?
that's why everybody always asks for tabs, because when you ask for a tab, that mean they're fucking paying. Damn,
Yeah.
they're paying. If they say no,
you know,
you gotta watch for those.
my thing
Yeah.
is, like, when I went out with friends, or when I did, it was like 4 or 5 of us. My first thing is like, if I go up, I normally just right on the spot before I even pay for my drink. I'm like, here's $50, whatever I want, whatever I need, do it, please.
Hell yeah, you tip
Right.
me first. If that was big things when I was bartending, you tip me first, so you had my attention.
Right, pour a little bit extra. Like you're good. So when I always make sure I did that, and then I'd open the tab on my card, and so I'm like, you know what, we're good. But some friends of mine ruined that for them, so I no longer go out with them. But I do. It is like if the way I noticed too when I went on vacation, when I went down to Cancun, my thing is right away. Once again, tip the bartender.
He's trying to flaunt that he has some money on.
Nah,
him.
bro,
That's all.
I'll tell you right now, got that on Groupon.
He got it. He's trying to flaunt that he got a deal, but he came down there with some extra money, so he tipped the bartender.
That's
early.
like Groupon, bro.
Whatever. I got you $50. You get a bartender. So continue.
No, down in Cancun is $20. Fuck them.
$20. Oh
No, but $20 is a lot down there.
Fucked
In
up.
Cancun,
How much is that? Like
What?
$20?
I think for every dollar is like 13 pesos, so 260.
Jeez, so you gave him $260
Pesos.
pesos?
Yeah.
How much?
He was happy
How
with
much?
that shit.
But okay,
Yeah,
how
he'd
much
be
is the
happy.
cost of living down there?
Basically comparable. A Coke up here is like $1.50, $2. A Coke down there is about 10 pesos, 15 pesos. So it's about $1, $1.50. So it's like a 1-to-1 ratio.
So you just gave this man his rent?
Basically. I was like, whatever. $20. You be.
So he out here trying to see. He ballin'. I told you.
I'm about to go down there and be
This is what I do. I have former coworkers who built, like, they have acres of land and built, I think it was a 5-6 bedroom house for $40,000. So he was working here, sending the money down, lived on like basic minimum, just sending down there. He bought himself a couple like cows or whatever, like have a small ranch. And at that point, I think they said if you have like 25, you're basically living your life there. That's what he has. He's worked here for I think 10 years, went back, now not have to work for a day of his life now.
I'm about to do something like that. Go to Cancun. Well, I don't know people in Cancun. I get
It's
We might have
it's
to put
Chihuahua, Mexico, I think it was.
We might have to put we might have to put the religion over there.
Oh, the compound.
We'll
with
probably put the compound on in Cancun.
Word.
Yeah. Everybody got some beach water, after the giant orgy, whatever. Orgy at 5 o'clock, and then you guys go to the beach and do whatever you want. Oh yeah, we're building a compound. If you don't want, just whatever. I will make you one of the preachers.
You know what? We have a couple locations.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a preacher. Tell a bitch, pray.
pray, baby.
On your knees. You heard me? You heard me.
Mouth open. I'm coming down there.
I'm gonna send these blessings
No,
your way.
seriously. Cancun's really that cheap?
Yeah, there's not expensive. Like check this out right now. I help everybody out online.
I don't want to.
We'll go on Groupon real
I'm
quick.
very impressionable. I think I might want to go down there. You'll be like, hey, yo, how's shit talk going? I'm like,
Check this out.
shit talk is. What? I moved, yo. You feel me?
If you want to go to
Okay.
Cancun, all all inclusive. $300 for 5 days, 4 nights.
$300.
Yeah, for 2 adults and 2 children.
That's on Groupon.
This one is Premium Vacations Online. Here's another 5 days, 4 nights for $400. $500. Yeah, you can.
It's all exclusive.
All inclusive. Yeah.
Do me a favor, hit that share button, send it to me. I'm not saying we're going. I'm just saying I might want to look at it a little bit more.
I need to find.
I'm telling you, about to start a vacation podcast, bro.
About to start a vacation pod.
You said it's called Premier what?
Premier Vacations. If you go on Groupon, there's
Are we
this
really
one.
doing this live in
Bro,
the air?
I'm telling you, like, they can help out. You guys want a vacation?
They are
hit
not
the line, bro.
a sponsor of this podcast.
No, but
Well, they about to be.
Well, reach out to your
Premier
boy.
Vacation. Please hit up
Right.
shit talk.
You want to go to
at
DR?
gmail.com. Thank you very much.
You want to go DR right now? It's $400 for 3 nights, or for 3 nights.
$400.
$400.
I'm probably going on there.
Yeah, go to
down
Puerto
there by
Plata,
myself.
Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Yeah, bro.
Cool. Going down there. by myself.
Premier Vacations rental group.
You guys are really up here trying to
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Is it? I don't.
I need to go on a vacation soon.
What's
too.
the website?
For real, man.
Just go on Groupon. You'll find
So
another one. Like
sad,
right
son.
now, I can find
You can't find Cancun for $300
Cancun.
on
I just-
on Groupon.
Show you right now, bro.
On
Don't
Groupon.
give me a challenge.
Dude, you guys are really up here Groupon right now?
Hey, find you a smart Groupon man. You gotta go very very far.
Right, damn, I try to.
But it's part.
This is it. Ready? What was it? Grand Oasis.
Everybody, if you haven't been outside of America, please go. Donald Trump is not the only thing you have to know.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Number 45. Not Michael Jordan.
45, not Michael Jordan.
Not Michael Jordan.
Oh, did you hear about this news? Man burns himself alleged trying to set a strange wife's boyfriend house on fire.
What?
Yeah, some dude set himself on fire trying to set his ex-wife's new boyfriend house on fire.
Check that. All inclusive. The Pyramid of Grand Oasis, Cancun for $229 a night. Well, you see, what do you want? You want
Get breakfast buffet.
You want an ocean view?
You get gourmet lunch.
Oh, so the real shit
Gourmet
is now
snacks.
sponsored by Vacation Spots.
Alcoholic drinks. Mini
Yeah.
bar.
Nah, if you can get
Are we taking a vacation or something? What's happening?
I'm thinking about it.
It's time to go. I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. I've been in Germany. Germany was fun.
I remember you were saying they play ball out
Germany,
there, right?
Germany. Yeah, played in Germany. I played in Canada and Australia and then different places. It's fun. The food is good. The bitches is better.
You sure?
Mm.
Hey, no. Hey, you sure?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
overseas bitches it's different because they really interested in you. In America, they like we're fucking it from America anyway, so they don't care. It's not like they really. It's not a. It's some girls in America who are interested in you,
It's like,
but not like ones from other countries because they really want to know, and they really want to know how American dick is. And
you're there to give it to them.
I'm gonna show them the way. So you got to. So you gotta put your foot down sometimes. Let them know, like this how America do the shit. No, this how black men in America.
I'm gonna tell you a different part of America. Let's talk about the black man.
The black man.
Dude, are you still looking at vacation
No.
homes?
What I'm looking for right now is locations that have high women to men ratio.
Women to men ratio?
Yeah.
What are you trying to look for, the Amazon?
Like in Sweden, I think there's like a 3-to-1 ratio. I think in Russia is like a 7-to-1 ratio.
What, women to men?
Yeah.
There's more women in Sweden than there are
Yeah.
men? Are you kidding me?
No.
Jesus.
I get myself 6'4",
What are you going to
blonde
do?
hair.
How are you going to do that?
What do you mean? How am I gonna do
How
that?
you going to do that?
Just go over there. Like here, women, they want to get kids. They want to get married.
Wait,
Do it.
so wait. What happens with the population it really does become that way? Like, there's more women than men on the planet.
Technically, there is right now. There's 51% women and 49% men.
So how is monogamy going to work out? because that means half the population will have to.
It's not supposed to.
Listen,
Bro.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm supporting non-monogamy. I like whatever, monogamy is what it is, right? So, what I'm saying is, because there are some women who want there to be more women than men, right?
Yeah.
So, how's that gonna work when it comes down to relationships?
Let me tell you something. When shit hit the fan, when shit don't work, you just, what can you do? Like,
I know, but I think about this stuff all the time.
Like, seriously, I just rather let people make their own decisions. You choose what you're gonna do, and you show them. But just let people be them. Like, you can't, like you said, mourn over stuff. Like, that's damn near mourning over death. It's the same thing. If you don't mourn over it, because like you can't help it. If they can't see it now, they're gonna see it eventually. And about that time, you can't help them because you're too busy doing what you supposed to be doing.
I hear you.
Right
I
now,
learned that.
Latvia has 54% of it is women.
54%
Women
is
and
women. Then
46.
that's not a bad. That's not bad.
It's not bad, but
It's
they're
not
outnumbered,
bad.
bro.
But I mean, more
They gotta
like,
try hard, bro.
I mean, what if the scale really gets tipped, like 20 to 80? Like, is that ever possible? That's not possible, right?
It could. It's possible. It's very possible.
But the scale gets tipped like 80-20.
Like girls, boys, or boys, girls.
Girls, boys. Girls 80, boys 20.
It's possible.
How's that gonna work?
It's possible. I mean, you gotta have to marry 2 females.
Right?
No,
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
you have to marry 4.
Maybe 4.
You know what? This is what you start doing then. Take it
Then
back
you
to the
have to
Spartan
populate-
times.
That
The
shit gonna,
babies.
shit gonna be like Lion King.
So wait, you will have to
And
marry
Simba gonna
4
meet Nala.
women.
Simba gonna meet Nala.
You
You
know-
meet your cousin, you ain't even gonna
Here's
know.
my
That's
thing. Like,
nasty.
do you think
So I was-
somebody named their kids Nala after Lion King and Simba after Lion King? And
I know,
have
I
they
know,
met?
I know a girl named Nyla. I know a few girls.
know a
named
girl
Nyla.
named
do you know?
Nala.
Do you know Simba?
I have a dog.
My dog
Chick
too.
named Naisha too. But I don't talk to her. She drank.
Was there a Naisha in Lion King?
I don't know, but hey, it could have been easily if they was from the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Nala, bro.
Nala was from up. She was up from the top of the rock.
Totally.
Naisha from the bottom of the rock. so whatever. I'm just I was thinking about that nonsense because going back to the religion talk. So if there was 2 people that started everything, that means everybody would be cousins.
But that's
Everybody would be
that's
brothers.
why.
Technically speaking, everybody is cousins.
But that's why I asked.
Are cousins.
But that's why I asked my father, and of course, like when you ask him shit like that, it's always gonna be some bullshit. I don't even remember what he said. That's how bad it was. Some bullshit.
But what did he say? He said,
Like,
God's like making more man than women.
He tried to break it down. I said, it's nothing you can say. Like, Cain killed Abel,
Word.
and he traveled the world. After that, he wandered the world. After he killed his brother, and he found another female. How? Was it his mother, Eve? Was it his sister that no one spoke about? Like, what's going on? One family started, and then now it's billions of people.
Yeah, family started because they was all fucking.
Exactly.
So it's like chimpanzees. The what's it called? The bonobo. Is it bonobo? The bonobo ape will have sex. Like everybody will have sex with one another except for the mother and son. But the father would fuck the daughter. The mother would do with the daughter, mother, father. But the only ones they don't ever do is son and mother.
So the brother and sister fuck.
The brother and sister also fuck.
That's fucking. What's going on?
And this is the
So
animal
they
kingdom.
set a line and someone do it. Listen, all right, since I gave birth to you, we can't do this.
Like, you've been in it once. It's more than enough.
But,
You came out of this. You can't go back
you
in.
can't go back in this one since you came out. But the rest of everybody,
One way street.
yeah, everybody else all good, yo. You even want to fuck Bobby from down the street? It's fine. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
It's like the way gorillas set up their stuff too. It's crazy. It's just,
You know what's crazy about? I think all animals do it.
like you know who's the most promiscuous? Female dolphins. They're the biggest sluts in the world. This is why. What happens is
I'm a dolphin enthusiast, and I am getting triggered by what
first
you're saying
off,
right now.
you got triggered for the simple fact like slut is now a reclaimed word.
Oh no!
They have this. What's her name? Amber Rose has a slut walk. Boom. Shut your mouth. You see, I'm empowering their talk. No, but what happens is the female dolphin will go around having sex with all the male dolphins so that pup that's born isn't killed, because the male dolphin would think like, oh, is that mine? If not, they will kill that pup.
That's like it goes back to this guy who went all the way up to his ex-wife's boyfriend's house to try to set her on fire and set himself on fire by accident. What would drive someone to do some shit like that?
Set the house on fire?
Well, set the other guy's house on fire that had no involvement in the first place.
But it's like accusing. Like you could accuse somebody of doing something that never.
No. That's his ex-wife and her new boyfriend house.
Oh, because that nigga ain't better. That nigga ain't better than me. You're not gonna take my girl, nigga. You gonna live your life.
But that's his ex-wife already.
But it's probably not his ex-wife due to him making.
Did he receive a message from the wife and or boyfriend?
No.
Video or picture, because that's the only thing that would drive me to be like.
He went online and seen them happy together, and they went on a date. But this is the new boyfriend who had no idea, who has only started dating a single woman. Okay. Who I guess used to have a husband.
But I'm saying, did they send?
And did the wife send the guy's house and wanted to burn his house down?
Here's my thing: did the wife did the ex-wife send the ex-husband a selfie with a dick in her mouth?
That would be fun.
See, that if he did, then someone's house is burning down.
That could.
Well, then you go set her house on fire.
Not his.
No, why he got that?
What if they have kids? They have kids?
He don't know.
It's probably one of them things. If I can't have you, nobody can.
But why would someone have that mentality?
Because some people, they be so fucked up with love. They do crazy shit, and we seen it all the time. You seen people fight over girls.
Word.
And they probably wasn't even in a relationship with them, but they'll fight over them because they have some type of love attachment. And that should make people.
I got a rule, bro. My girl already knows. I'm not fighting for you. You start a problem, you're throwing hands. I'm not doing it for you.
I'm not fighting for you. I'm not fighting over you. I'm not, because if I have to fight over you, where was you in a situation for me to get to the point where I have to fight for you, over you? You shouldn't be over there fucking with other shit.
The only way I'll fight for her is if she's getting jumped. The only way I'll fight over her is if she's unconscious on the floor because she got jumped. Other than that, nah.
It depends what she got jumped for.
What? Depends on what she got jumped for.
No, she gets jumped. No, I'd accept the one-on-one.
If my girl get jumped for snitching.
We have a rule.
No. If you get jumped for snitching, you learn your fucking lesson not to snitch.
Okay.
You gotta learn your lesson. Some ass whoopers you gotta beat. You gotta let. Now, you're not going to let her get killed, you know what I'm saying, or brutally beaten. No.
That's why you can't let her get jumped.
No,
because what happens is one stomp too much, there you go.
You got to think about it. What if she snitched on somebody? Listen. If you snitch, you ain't nothing about that.
If she snitched, she should be smart enough not to leave the house.
If you steal money, you shouldn't. If you steal cars,
I bring it back to the old days.
I get real with my family, yo. Someone swing over one of my family members, it's a problem. All right, we don't do ones. Like I could do a one, fine, but the rest of them not allowed to do one.
But what if your girl get jumped because her friends went and jumped somebody else?
That's not my place. My place is not why she got jumped. I will handle that when it's time. When me and her are together. But if she about to get jumped, I ain't gonna just sit there and be like, well, babe, I guess you deserve this jumping. I'm stealing off.
World star.
You out your fucking mind. That's a whole nother problem you're gonna have to deal with later on.
Hey, get up. Yeah, get up. You know, going on. You just going on the internet.
No ones around here. I'm fucking somebody up.
That's what I'm doing. Babe, just going on the
She gets
internet.
fucked up. You raise him like you gotta go again. You gotta go again.
Nah, you tripping.
Get up. I'm gonna delete this one. But the next one I start, I'm doing it over. You gotta get up, fight back. At least get one punch.
Yeah, tripping.
It's like nah. I would defend her. I wouldn't even let them get to the point where fight.
I would never get to that point.
I'm like, this is all just dumb. Like, why are we fighting?
When I say fighting for her or because of her,
let's give her hugs. Matter of fact, baby, invite them over to the house. Maybe we can do something.
Listen, ladies. Let me tell you. This is exactly how I'm like, listen, guys, listen. All right, I understand whatever. If y'all want to do the one-on-one game, I was like, I'll let her pick out who she want to fight. All right, that's it. But I'm tell you right now, God my witness, I will fucking kill all y'all. All right, so let's just let this all go. All right, y'all gotta shoot the one. Let's shoot the one. It's fine. But even that might be hard because if she get dropped, I'm gonna have to steal off again. We ain't doing no ones in my house. That's just how it happens.
I'm getting a call from Switzerland.
Oh,
I'm not gonna answer it though.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
All them damn numbers.
Yeah, Switzerland. They probably want to play.
No. When I
for the team.
they heard that they were coming there, bro.
I'm not going over there. I'm done. I'm done.
You done with the ball?
I'm done playing professional
You
basketball.
used to play professional basketball, everybody. If you got to look at the first one we did, and then you know.
I'm just done with that.
No, but going back to the fighting, like when
You
I say
sure
fighting
though?
for her,
I play for fun.
or when I say
If
fighting
you're happy
because of
doing
her.
what you're doing, happy, you know what I mean?
No,
What?
like with saying the fighting because of her, like I mean, like if she's gonna argue with someone because of a parking spot, like there's no way I'm getting out the car to be like, we're fighting. I'm fighting this dude.
Okay, say if you fight for her after, and you get your ass beat, right?
That's why I'm like.
And then you go back and you. If I get my ass beat because of you, and I gotta see your face every day,
Well, you get some brownie points.
and you be in my house every day, and I got my ass beat, and then you leave. That's probably what happened. Why dude burnt the dude's house down. Trying to burn his house down. He tried to fight for her, got his ass beat. She said, "You can't defend me. I'm breaking up with you." Went with another dude. You think that he could defend you? I'm gonna burn his house down. See if he can defend you.
How you gonna defend you in the burning house, huh? That's fucked
At
up.
the same time, I'm gonna get the same people you had the issue with. Come back, whoop your ass, and while you get your ass whooped, I'm gonna burn his house and see if he can help you.
Oh my God, yo.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
I agree.
Y'all both some motherfuckers. That's the problem.
That's what it is. That's it.
I have an issue with a couple places. I like to continue. See, before I used to think that I was being too hard on a certain state. Now I realize I was being hard enough. I have an issue with Florida.
Why you have an issue with Florida? Though?
Okay. I have an issue that they have crocodiles. I got an issue that every 5 seconds there's some teacher sucking some little kid's dick.
You're just jealous of that. You want.
I'm
you
really
want
not. Come on, son. I'm not. I had that. All right, but all right. I have an issue that they got the largest population of anacondas. Okay. I have an issue that they're finding kids inside of bathrooms making blood Satanist pacts and ready to kill all the kids in their school. They wanted to get 15 of them. They needed the exact number of 15. They wanted to kill all the kids. They somehow, the snitches, FBI, right? They all figured out that this was happening, and they was able to get to the girls before they went on a rampage. Then there was there's so many things wrong with Florida. There's so many things. It's supposed to be a nice place.
You're right.
There's so many things that's happening down there.
There is Jersey. Fucked up.
But Jersey, listen, we do not have the same shit that's going on down there.
We don't. First of all, they got good weather.
They got good weather and they be bugging.
They do. They do have good weather.
They got zombies in the streets.
They have good weather until 2 months. There's 2 months throughout the year where that weather is shit. Your house is getting blown away.
Do you remember when K2 came out, the drug?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where we seen that at? It was in Florida, right? And then the dude was biting people like a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's something. That wasn't K2.
That wasn't K2?
Which one was that?
A Flocka.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No. The one I know there was K2 was some dude was eating his poodle, and he's telling the cops,
It
"Shoot
wasn't-
me,
Yeah, he was
shoot
eating
me,"
his
and the
food.
cops didn't do nothing.
So
He kept
everybody
eating it.
started thinking there was a zombie outbreak down
They
in
say
Florida.
K2, but it's not, like K2 is two different things. K2
Oh yeah, you was in Germany, so you know about K2.
K2 is something. It's something else. Flocka was the shit that makes them like. They agree real aggressive. They become aggressive. Like no matter what, they just become aggressive.
Why
Talkers.
would you take that?
Some people, it's the high they get while
Well,
they're smoking.
in Florida, they refer to it as K2, but that's synthetic marijuana.
Mm.
That's what it is. There was the drug turning Florida inmates into zombies, fueling a record death toll. So that
Where was that at again?
Florida.
Okay.
But the,
It's synthetic marijuana,
yeah,
basically.
the-
It's
yeah.
different. I know there's also another name for it, Splice or something like that they sell at gas stations.
But they were saying they're saying the synthetic marijuana
Yeah.
was something told like it's that and it's flocka. They used to get it confused. They used to say it was but a lot of times they would smoke the flocka with the synthetic marijuana, the K2. They smoke the flocka with the K2, which makes them more of an aggressive. The K2 really just gave you it gave you a bad high.
Right.
Like I seen it so many times in Florida because I went to Bethune-Cookman and right there they used to always it's Bethune-Cookman is in the hood,
Right.
so I seen people on the shit. It's like they really just aggressive
I
talkers.
seen something war on drugs, and it was saying how they were made.
It's amphetamine.
No, this
The one you're talking about, the Flocka.
yeah.
Yeah, it's they do tend to. You know what it is? It's also called bath salts.
Yeah.
That's the other name of it.
I remember in North Carolina that they was really big on bath salts. They weren't even selling in stores anymore. The part of North Carolina
Yeah.
I was at.
You know what's actually another drug that's a little bit more dangerous?
Who decided?
Crocodile.
Yeah.
If
Oh
you-
yeah, that's the one that makes your
that's the
skin
flesh-eating
Yeah,
flesh
it make
eating.
your skin look crazy.
Yeah, because it's scabbing over, so you look like crocodile.
No, there's one that you see videos where they've either the arm or ankles where they normally inject it, and like they're missing this whole part. You see their muscles, like you see bone. That's how badly it
Yeah,
is.
but the reason why they call it crocodile is because it
Your
scabs so bad.
your skin start looking
So
scaly,
It looks
Yeah.
scaly.
and
So,
then it
but
starts
people end
spit-
up picking those off, so you end up seeing their muscle, their body never.
Mhm.
That's
It's
gross,
crazy.
son. Just for a high. Just for a high.
I remember driving down the street. It's crazy. The motherfuckers on Flockers, they crazy. They really, and K2, they crazy. They really say, they walking in the street and you in the car and they tell you to get out the fucking straight. You look at them like,
You know what? That happened to me in Patterson yesterday.
Oh, T-bone his ass.
I was driving in Patterson, right? And what happens
yeah, I
is
don't care about hitting no crackheads.
I have
Word up, they ain't gonna fall anyway.
50 points.
so I have the
New
green,
high score.
I have the green light, right? And these two chicks are jaywalking, and also like on a scale from 1 to 10, they're beat by a stick. So what happens is I'm driving, and I have the green light, and all of a sudden you start seeing them cross the street, and they're getting upset at me because I have the green light and I'm driving. They're like, hurry up! I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys get hit by the car, not only me, but there was a car next to me. Like, if you got hit by one of us, it's like, it's not my fault.
But Florida
Oh, they hit him.
got too much shit going on in there. So,
Florida, let me tell you something about Florida. The white girls down there got ass.
and they all got some other stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the highest populations of it too.
Huh?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say what it is, but you know what it is.
Magic Johnson.
Yep. There we go. So yeah, it's too much things happening down there. Like, I feel like that place is kind of cursed. Is it weird? But
you know what? It's also
if
like
anybody's got problems with Florida, I mean,
I love Florida.
and it's a great place though.
I lived
It's
in
a-
Florida
it's
for
a
3
nice-
years.
It's a nice place.
every state has something wrong.
Jesus, it's constant.
You know what? Like,
It's
but it's the same
constant.
thing with Washington. Washington's a good state.
Nah.
It's always raining.
You know where Florida left? Where I was just out when I first seen the crocodile climbing the fence. I was like, I'm done. I'm finished with this whole. I'm done. I don't want to go down there for what? Can't even enjoy your yard because they coming to eating your pets. Sorry.
Yeah.
I like to talk shit about Florida sometimes.
Florida. Florida.
Is that really the song? How the song goes?
No, Georgia.
I just realized.
It's Georgia. Georgia.
I can see it.
What? You seen it?
The crocodile, yeah. Oh, was it Florida with that 14-foot crocodile walking the
Yes,
golf?
it was
golf
fucking
hill?
Florida. What are you talking about?
It's big as fuck.
Yo, now when I see crazy shit, I'll be like, first thing I think is like, is that Florida, yo? That sounds mad crazy. Is that Florida? Yeah, it's Florida.
Another baby
okay.
being taken by a crocodile.
A baby being
alligator.
taken by an alligator. It was Florida. Oh, okay.
Bro, you run over a alligator in Florida, your tires pop. It's fucking crazy.
I ain't got time for none of
They
that
have
shit,
signs.
bro.
You know how here we have like an abundance of deers, and we have our like deers crossing the road type signs. Florida, I saw a couple times they have turtles and alligator.
Turtles and alligators.
Yeah, on the signs, on the crossing signs.
Yeah, they do.
Like
And
some
then
parts you see maybe some ducks crossing.
sometimes you see
and-
geese.
Is that
But no.
When I was in Florida, mind you, I lived in a
What part of
complex,
Florida? What part of
Daytona Beach,
Okay.
and we have like a little pond in the middle of our complex. But it's like it's houses around. It was a townhouses, so it's townhouses and it was a pond. It used to be the ducks. These motherfuckers bold as hell. You beep the horn, they'll stop walking, look at you for good like 2 minutes, and you can start your car. You can start rev your engine, pull up to closer to the ducks. They just sit there and look at
It's
you.
like the geese in Jersey.
Like nigga, do something.
That's like the geese out here in Patterson, out there in Patterson. They don't want to get out the street. I don't give a shit
Yo,
about you.
these geese, a couple of times I have old classmates who told me the geese committed suicide, bro. Like the geese are crossing one way. So my boy, actually it was a girl who was in this car. She goes to swerve around them. Two of them about face and
And
run
speed, yeah.
right into that car. Just run, doop, doop, roll them over, ran them over.
What in the fuck? Is
I used to have a BB gun. I went to the fair, not the fair. It's where you go buy, you know, like I forgot what it's called. I went to go buy me a BB gun. I went to go buy the best one there is. You know what I did with that motherfucker? Them geese, they ain't get in my way no more. They remember my face. And after that, we became best friends. I used to feed the geese bread. But the old bread that ran, got molded and
got a
shit.
little mold on it.
Fed them that shit.
Fuck.
After that, them motherfuckers be my friend. They ain't never get in my way.
So let's end this on one thing. What is something you would like to promote?
As in like product or just
Whatever,
anything.
man. Just anything.
One thing I would like to promote to everybody is just empathy. Everybody, you need to have that. You need to have that and carry that with you. You need to learn what empathy is. I'm not gonna tell you what empathy is because everybody you need to have your own like definition for it. It basically means have love for others. Show others how you want to be treated. Same thing I've been talking about. We need that and put yourself in other people's shoes and understanding how people feel about certain situations or anything. We need empathy. If we don't have that, shit. If we didn't have empathy, we wouldn't have parents. Plain and simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I want to promote all the time is empathy. Show people that you actually care, not only about yourself, but about everybody who's around you.
Awesome, man. Anything else got coming up? Anything?
One thing I got coming up, everybody watch your girlfriends. I might fuck her. No, I'm lying. You can live happy, have a happy relationship, whatever you need to.
Put out your social media and all that stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram at Moody Moo, MOO_DUI_MOO. That's on the Instagram. I don't have Twitter. I just have Instagram right now. Follow me on that. Hit me up. You need anything. You want to talk. You want to conversate. I could either be a shit talker or I could be a real talker. Because sometimes I just be chatting, and that's what I do. I just like talking. So if you want to hit me up, any advice, anyone want to talk to me, you know where to find me. Just give you the Instagram.
Facts, man. Always good having you.
One more thing before I say. They have a phenomenal show. If you're at home, give them a round of applause. We can't hear it, but you know what I'm saying? Just do it.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.